Imagine standing at the edge of a perfectly preserved crime scene. The evidence is completely intact, laid out in plain sight, entirely untouched.
Yet, the closer you look, the more it defies logic, history, and modern technology. It is a puzzle so flawlessly constructed that it literally breaks the minds of anyone trying to solve it. What if I told you there is a 600-year-old book that currently outsmarts the most advanced artificial intelligence on the planet?
Welcome to History Forensic. I'm Sarah.
And I'm David.
Today, we are opening the file on the ultimate historical cold case. We're examining what is widely considered the world's most baffling, undefeated mystery, the enigma of the Voynich Manuscript.
Get comfortable, because what we are about to uncover is going to make you question the limits of human intelligence. Think about the world we live in right now. We are in an era of unprecedented technological dominance. Modern AI can translate dead, forgotten languages in mere milliseconds. It can process billions of fragmented data points in the blink of an eye to find hidden patterns.
Exactly. We have machines that can literally read the damaged, carbonized scrolls of Herculaneum buried by Mount Vesuvius using advanced 3D scanning. Yet, there's a physical book, written centuries before electricity was even a concept, that has completely stonewalled our greatest technological minds. It sounds impossible. It sounds like a science fiction movie. But this is a chilling reality. We need to treat this manuscript exactly like a forensic crime scene. And that starts with its physical origins, the very ink on the page. Because David, the text isn't just a series of frantic scribbles or random chaotic marks.
No, it's not. When you actually examine the handwriting, it is incredibly structured. It's this remarkably elegant, looping script. And that's the detail that drives linguists absolutely crazy. When you analyze the flow of the ink, it looks entirely deliberate. It possesses the exact rhythm of natural, fluent writing. The person who wrote this wasn't hesitating. They were entirely fluent in whatever this language or code is.
It has distinct syntax, it has grammar, and it clearly has purpose. But here is the massive curiosity gap. It matches absolutely no known linguistic structure in all of human history. It's as if a fully formed language simply dropped out of the sky, was written down once, and never used again.
And that brings us to the sheer scale of this mystery. 240. That is the number of surviving pages we have today.
We really need to emphasize this point. We are not talking about a cryptic torn fragment found in a cave. We are not looking at a single coded letter sent between medieval spies. We are talking about approximately 240 pages of high-quality vellum.
Let's pause on that word, vellum. That is animal skin parchment. In the medieval era, preparing vellum required soaking, scraping, and stretching dozens of animal hides over weeks and months. The dedication, the time, and the raw resources required to produce a 240-page vellum book back then were astronomical.
Exactly. This was an incredible financial investment. Someone spent a massive fortune and years of their life meticulously creating this dense, impenetrable document. You don't spend that kind of wealth just to doodle nonsense. There was a profound, deeply expensive purpose behind this creation.
Let's trace the turning points of this investigation, because for a long time, the origins were entirely shrouded in myth. Rumors claimed it was written by the 13th century philosopher Roger Bacon, or maybe even the infamous Elizabethan occultist John Dee.
And then everything changed. Modern science finally stepped in to give us some hard facts. Radiocarbon dating definitively placed the creation of the vellum right between the years 1404 and 1438, the early 15th century.
Right. But then, for nearly 500 years after its creation, it effectively vanishes into total obscurity. It changes hands among emperors, alchemists, and obscure scholars in absolute secrecy, until we hit 1912.
Enter Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish rare book dealer who essentially stumbled upon it in an Italian Jesuit college and purchased it. He brought it back into the light, giving the enigmatic book its modern namesake.
But finding the book was one thing. Actually understanding it, that was another nightmare entirely. But that's not the full story. As baffling as the text is, the words are only half of the puzzle. Everyone fixates on cracking the unbreakable code, but the secret layer, the real hidden truth, might actually be in the margins.
I completely agree, because while the elegant script utterly refuses to be read, the manuscript is absolutely bursting with hundreds of colorful, hand-drawn illustrations. And it is these illustrations that make the book truly chilling.
Logically, you would think pictures would act as a Rosetta Stone, right? Visual context clues to help translate the text. If there's a picture of a dog, the word next to it probably means dog.
Instead, they plunge us into a surreal, fever dream visual world. The illustrations don't explain the text at all. They make the mystery exponentially deeper, raising infinitely more questions than they could ever answer.
The weirdness escalates incredibly quickly. First, you have the botanical section. It features highly intricate drawings of plants. Here's what most people never hear about. These are entirely non-existent plants.
Botanists have analyzed them for decades. They do not belong to any known species on planet Earth. They look like biological Frankenstein monsters. You have roots from one species completely seamlessly attached to the leaves and flowers of another. It defies all natural taxonomy.
Then, you have the astrological diagrams. At first glance, they look like standard medieval zodiac charts, until you realize they feature entirely unknown constellations. It's a map of a sky we literally cannot recognize.
And this is where it gets really dark. After the alien plants and the unknown stars, there are entire sections dedicated to highly detailed clinical drawings of nude women. They are bathing in complex interconnected tubes, organic-looking veins, and pools of bright green liquid. It looks like a bizarre biological factory. Are we looking at alchemy, forgotten medicine, or something entirely detached from our reality?
This brings us to the unexpected twist in our investigation, the interrogators. When you have a massive 240-page boss-level puzzle featuring alien botany and bizarre bathing rituals, you don't just hand it to amateur riddle solvers.
No, you definitely don't. Over the centuries, this book has faced intense interrogation by the absolute brightest minds the world has ever produced.
These people treated this manuscript not as a historical curiosity, but as an intellectual Everest that simply had to be conquered. It became a dark obsession for the smartest people alive.
We are talking about the heavyweights, the world's top military codebreakers.
Right, the brilliant British and American cryptographers who worked during World War I and World War II.
These are the extraordinary minds that cracked the Japanese Purple Code and the German Enigma machine.
The people who literally unraveled the most complex military ciphers designed by entire sovereign nations to be utterly unbreakable. They saved millions of lives with their genius. And in their downtime, they spent years meticulously analyzing the Voynich Manuscript. They applied every frequency analysis, every substitution cipher technique they knew.
And when human intelligence of that caliber reached its absolute limits, we escalated. In the modern era, we threw cutting-edge artificial intelligence models at it. We aimed the world's most powerful machine learning algorithms at these medieval pages, hoping silicon and math could find the invisible patterns human eyes missed.
What happened next shocked everyone.
Every single one of them has failed.
Let that truly sink in for a moment. The consequences of that failure are staggering. From the legendary codebreakers of the world wars who defeated fascism to the billion-dollar supercomputers of the 21st century, nothing has worked.
Not a single word, not a single phrase has been definitively decoded. The book remains an impenetrable fortress. It is a profound blow to modern cryptography. A 15th century text, created with ink and animal skin, continues to humble the most advanced technology humanity has ever built.
So, if we can't read the text, we have to profile it. Like detectives standing in front of a corkboard covered in red string, we have to deduce its purpose purely from its context.
Exactly. Forensic historians have agonized over this. They've debated for decades about what this book actually is, and more importantly, who created it.
We have narrowed the entire mystery down to 3 main suspects. 3 forensic theories that attempt to explain the unexplainable.
I'll take the first 2, Sarah, because I think there is genuine, forbidden science happening here. Theory 1, the medical guide. Could this be an incredibly advanced medieval medical text regarding women's health and herbal remedies, written in a completely forgotten regional dialect to protect the author?
It's possible.
Or Theory 2, the alchemist's diary. Was this the secret ledger of a radical alchemist? Those complex tubes and green liquids could easily be coded representations of chemical processes, hiding forbidden knowledge from the Inquisition or rival scientists.
I see the appeal of those, but David, you know I always lean towards Theory 3.
I do, the elaborate hoax.
Exactly. I think it is entirely possible that there is no code at all. This theory posits it's simply a 600-year-old scam, a book filled with gibberish and fake alien plants designed specifically to look deeply mysterious, created by a brilliant con artist to trick wealthy, gullible medieval royalty out of their gold. So we're left asking, is it profound forgotten science or an incredibly elaborate scam?
Which brings us to why this still matters today. We live in an age where we feel completely entitled to all knowledge. We have the internet, we have AI, we believe we can solve absolutely anything if we just throw enough computing power at it.
Exactly. But the Voynich Manuscript stands in absolute defiance of that modern arrogance. It remains what I call an unsolved whisper. It is a voice from the early 1400s that is speaking clearly onto the page, but refusing to let us hear a single word.
Because no one has ever read a single sentence, its true nature remains an absolute ghost. It represents the ultimate limit of human and machine intelligence. It is proof that despite all our advancements, we simply don't know everything.
Today, this incredible artifact is literally locked away in Yale University's rare book library. It sits there right now, resting quietly in the climate-controlled dark.
It is a physical, tangible object that continues to profoundly mock us. Think back to that crime scene we opened with. We can touch the evidence, we can scan it with lasers, we can photograph its weird green pools and impossible plants in ultra-high definition, we can put it under electron microscopes, but we remain entirely locked out. It is a brilliant, silent monument to the absolute edges of our own knowledge, an ancient enigma perfectly preserved in a modern world. It is the one case that history forensic and the rest of the world simply cannot close.
The truth is hiding in plain sight, waiting for the right mind to crack it. So I leave you with this final provocative thought to ponder.
When you envision those 240 pages of elegant, unreadable script, what do you believe is actually hiding there? Is it a lost chapter of human history containing forbidden knowledge far too dangerous to write in plain text?
Or is it the ultimate scam, a 600-year-old practical joke that is still successfully fooling the smartest people on the planet? Let us know how you like the story in the comments. And if this kept you up tonight, you already know what to do. Subscribe to History Forensic. We'll see you in the next case.